Alright guys, did you buy yourself one of these? And it came with one of these? And you never used it because you thought you wouldn't need to, or you didn't like it, or you tried it. In my case, I tried it and didn't get on with it too well and put it back in the box. 3 years later I want to sell it and it doesn't do anything. Press the buttons and nothing happens. What's happened? I'll show you. It broke. What happened? The batteries died on it. Throw it away? Repair it? What do you do with it? I fixed it and this is how I did it. So this is the Sena SCHR01. It's a grip type remote control, and this device grips onto your handlebar, and you can use this as opposed to using the buttons on the headset. Now the thing is, I have one of these and it was inside the box for 3 or 4 years, and when I wanted to use it, as I said just now, it didn't work. I suspected that the battery had died, so I went online and found somebody selling replacement batteries for quite a small charge. It was only $4.95 plus packaging. So for the sake of $4.95 plus packaging, I thought I would give it a try. The specs fitted, and so I bought the battery, and the postman turned up today, and this is how it went. So this is the unit that I have, the remote control unit. And I've had this for quite a while now. I've just never used it because I did use it once, found I didn't really get on with it, so I decided to put it back in the box, which has been in there now for quite some time, and I thought it's time to sell it, and I wanted to turn it on, and absolutely nothing happened. You're supposed to press the front button, which turns on the blue light, but actually nothing happened. I had suspected there might be something wrong with the battery, so I plugged in the charging cable, and once the charging cable is in, you do actually see the red charging light. Let me just zoom in for you here so you can see this. So the little light is on, so it's indicating that it's getting at least a current from the plug. Is it charging? Was something I didn't know. Now, the problem was after about half an hour the light would go off. It's supposed to go blue once it's fully charged, but it didn't. And you can't turn it on whilst it's connected to the electrical wire, and nor can you completely fully charge it so that the little blue light comes on. So I suspected there was a problem with the battery. This thing isn't working anyway, so I'll just give it a go and see if we can open it up and fix it. So to open this up, it's just a case of unscrewing the lower arm cover. Inside the lower arm here is where the actual battery is located, and it's 3 screws to open the cover, Torx. So using my T4, this is a T4 screwdriver bit piece, I undid the first screw. I don't know why they didn't use the same screw sizes, because I have one T4 and 2 T8. So I've just swapped my bit over and take out the T8 screws, 2 of them. And once you've got the screws out, I did remove this hinge screw. Turns out that it's not actually necessary to do this job, but I did take it out. It's a T10 screw, and just to inform you, it is tight because they've put Loctite on this screw. So I've pre-released it, that's why it looks a bit easier now, but be aware that this little cap, this hinge cap, is very tight. So once you've released the hinge cap, you can now open up the 2 halves of the bottom arm to release the battery. And once you've opened up the 2 halves, then this is what it looks like. You have the rechargeable little battery inside the arm, and the electronics, the little lower button, so the button on the lower arm. Now, as I say, I did release this screw, but you don't have to. It just makes things easier for a bit of room later on, which I'll show you. Here is a small black ribbon, like a ribbon cable. After years of use, that can actually break, and that's another cause of this particular remote control to stop operating. So basically just pull out the old battery. I did measure this. It's supposed to have 3.7 volts, but it actually only had 0.13, so it was completely dead, wasn't taking any charge. Got the new battery, came in the post this morning, as I say, in this little box. Now looking at the battery, it's exactly the same size obviously, but they've put their own brand sticker over the front, so I can't see what's actually written on it. I could do if I had looked on here with a magnifying glass, but I looked at the spec sheet before I bought it, so I know it's the same. So get rid of the old one and put the new one in, and it's literally just a case of plugging the new battery onto the little tiny circuit board. I'll just pop this battery into here. Just make sure you put it in the right way around. You can't really put it in the wrong way because it's a molded shaped plug. You can't put it in both ways. I just actually tried putting it in the wrong way, it didn't work, so turn it round, put this in here. It's a little bit tight on space here, so you can take off the hinge if you want to. Right, so put the circuit board in here, put the battery back in. Just watch you don't get the wire just watch that you feed the wire in correctly, that it doesn't go over a screw hole, otherwise you'd be driving a screw into that and ruining it straight away. And then put it back together, put it all inside the arm, screw the arm back together, and that's it. I took the hinge off here just to show you the black ribbon cable that connects the two halves, and that's, I've read in the internet that is often a source of problems with this particular remote control. The ribbon cable breaks. I haven't found anywhere that sells these ribbon cables separately. I haven't looked, to be honest. So just push this battery into here and then screw it all back together. Just a small note here, once you do put it back together, make sure the little metal hinge ring, which gives it the springiness, so the spring, make sure that's located correctly, otherwise you won't be able to open and close the jaws under pressure, and it will just fall off your handlebars. Okay, give that a quick check, that's fine. Put the top cap back on. Again, this is a T10 Torx screw. It's actually a very small Allen key as well, but I used the T10 Torx, fitted just fine. Then the two T8s. And the small T4. There we go, so now it's all screwed back together again, and that is how you replace the battery on your remote control. Now I can press the buttons and it reacts, and as I say, if I turn it off by pressing the jog button and the front button together for 5 seconds. Then it will flash at me, and once it's flashed, the light stays on, but then I release the buttons and it's off. And when I press the front button, it turns on with a blue light and flashes red. Flash 3 times, which shows me that this is 3/4 full. And that is basically everything you need to know about changing the battery on your remote control. Hope this helps some of you guys out there, and yeah, have fun with your remote control.